Okay na?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
yeah, hopefully my resolution is bigger now.
Yes, it's bigger.
So, here is the column graph tool. So, when you left click and hold this, you will see na madami pang ibang option ng mga kind of graph na pwede mong gawin dito. So, for example, ito, pie graph tool. And then you drag what size of the pie graph you want. And then you write the data here.
What's the keyboard shortcut, Jem?
Sir? Letter J. The keyboard
J.
shortcut for the graph tool is J. And then when you hard click, you can choose the type of graph that you want to draw.
Yes.
So it's automatic. It will automatically ask you for data. And then so once you fill this in, you can check. And then as you can see, it automatically draws the data for you. And then
Nice.
you can change the colors. So you use this direct selection tool, and then you can choose here the fill when you want to change the color. So I just double clicked it, and then when you notice that the color didn't change, you probably have to go to your color option and then choose CMYK or RGB. So it's the setting of Illustrator. So CMYK. There.
Yeah.
So when I chose CMYK, it suddenly changed color. Like that. So I'll just have to manually turn it to CMYK and then change the colors. So now I have a multicolored pie chart.
Okay. We have a question from Maricar Season. Can I use it on my physics class, especially in illustrating problems? Physics class, using graphs, charts.
There's actually we had a comment here that there's a button to import data in Illustrator, and yeah,
Yes.
there is. You can choose this import data. So I just don't have any datas here that I can use as a demo. But yes, you can import data, and then
The
you can
CSV.
even you can transpose row or columns. So yes, you can use this in class. So yes, you can also incorporate this in Excel. And as
Yes.
Sir Roland has mentioned, you just need to save your data as CSV so that Illustrator can understand it. There. So this is just a sample of the graph tool. And then as you can see, this is the scatter graph tool that I mentioned earlier, the columns. So now let's go with creating tag. So gagamitin natin itong column graph tool. Then okay ko lang. Ay, ano ba ang 74% and ano ba yung 75%? So, ilalagay ko dito 74 and then lalagay ko dito sa isa 75. Then, okay. So, simple na bar graph pa lang siya. Pero gagawin ko, right click yung graph, design, then I will choose dog. Oops. Right click. Data. Wait lang. Magkukuha muna ako ng kodigo, guys. Kasi nagawa ko na to eh.
baka meron sila mga questions. I'm ready to answer some of them on the chat. Lalo na yung mga, like, some of them are asking if Adobe Illustrator is a power hungry application. No, it's not a very hungry power uh, application. When you're using vectors, it's a very light implementation of your graphics processing or even your CPU itself. Hey, so I'm just waiting for some of the questions. Thank you to Ma'am Melody. So I thank you for finding value in our content for your business. Thank you to Ma'am Charina Razon for also recommending us to do this Illustrator session beforehand. Okay. So regarding the for the question of Ma'am Lane, I'm asking if she's using Mac or Windows for her laptop. Just checking the chat. Okay, so we don't have another entries here. Is my audio clear? Is it loud enough? Can you comment down the live chat if my audio is clear? Because someone has commented that my volume is not accurate, not uh, I mean it's not loud enough. Hi, Sir Kenneth. It's not loud enough, or is it loud enough? Clear. Okay. Thank you. Do you have evaluation for this webinar? Yes, we're going to have an evaluation for this webinar. We're going to present it after this session, so please stay tuned for the link on which you can also process on which you can also process the certificates. Okay, still watching from Lanao del Norte. Okay, one question is, Jem, there's one
Yes, sir.
question. Is it okay to grab images and put it on a graph instead of creating it?
Well, for this, since we're using Illustrator, the image needs to be vector based. That's why you can't just use any images. But if you actually find any free, dito because we also have copyright na tinatawag eh.
Yes.
And as educators, we need to be especially concerned about copyright and piracy. Kasi what we do, syempre isipin ng student is tama siya. So, dapat tayo mismo as educators, we need to avoid just simply grabbing pictures or resources. We need to make sure na free siya yung resource kung gagamit man tayo. Kasi sa huli, tayo din yung magsisisi kapag kinontak tayo ng lawyer ng mga may-ari nung graphics. Kumbaga, it's considered theft kapag basta-basta ka nag-grab ng picture. So, yan. Did that answer your question?
Yan. So may mga questions pa. Sometimes I see a low on memory error when using Illustrator. Sige, we'll try to check that, Sir Ernesto, later for that. I need to ask some specific questions kasi about this findings that you have together with Ma'am Lane. Okay. It's not that loud. Okay. Hindi raw loud yung aking microphone.
Shape nung aso natin.
Okay, I'll check first. I think. Kanina pa ba mahina yung ano ko, yung audio ko? I'll check. I'll check my system preferences so we could be more clear on this. I'll recheck for the sound.
And then I'll press check.
I
So
think my
sobrang
audio is fine at the moment.
makita nyo, ganun lang kabilis gumawa, no? May bar graph na agad tayo.
Hello. Yeah. How about this? Is this loud enough? Talaga mahina pa rin yung mic ko.
Itong image ng dog, yung gusto ko na gawing image ng bar graphs. So, gagawin ko dyan, dito sa object, punta ko sa graph, punta ko sa design, and then I'll add the new design. So, rename natin para di tayo malito.
Jem, how are you?
Yes.
Okay. And then,
ano lang sir, nagka-troubleshoot lang ako ng konti.
Okay.
Not the dog here. Object.
Kasi nagulat ako, I can hear your voice on the parallel world.
And then I'll use...
Ayun. I think na figure out ko na kung saan ako mali na part.
Okay.
So instead of design, dapat sa column. Sa column ko pala, o, 'di ba? Ayan. Kaya niyo sir naririnig yung kaya niyo sir narinig yung boses ko from the alternate universe dahil nag-troubleshoot ako na pinanood ko yung huli kong ginawang demo as I mentioned. Nagawa ko na to before, so nagtataka ako bakit ayaw niya gumana ngayon. So may mali pala akong step na ginawa. So anyway, restart ko lang. Sige, back from scratch tayo guys. So una, ito yung column graph tool. I'll choose the column graph tool and then I will click and drag kung gaano ko kalaki siya gusto. And then I will input the data. So para mas makita nyo yung contrast, I will put 74 and then 100 minus 74 for the remaining data. So calculator tayo. 100 minus 74 is equal to 26. So 26. So basically, we want to show contrast in our data and then check. Yan. And then, I want to use the dog as the image. So object, check. Let's close this. Object, graph. And then for column, I will use this image and then we can choose how we want it. If it's uniformly scaled, repeating, or sliding. So, since we're using a pictograph, let's use repeating. And then here, each design represents. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na legend. So, for example, yung example kanina is yung isang tao is ibig sabihin 1 million. So, ito, let's say 10 lang. So, one dog is 10%. And then for fraction, scale design. And then I will click OK. So, yan.
Oh!
So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Yan.
I didn't know that. Galing.
Yun. Di ba ganun lang kasimple gumawa ng infograph talaga? And the thing is, dog kasi yung picture natin, kaya mas pinili ko na i-scale yung design. Pero kung halimbawa, mga fruits, we can actually use chop designs. So, pag chinap yung design kasi makikita nyo, literal na-chop yung picture. So, mas maganda siya gamitin sa mga fruits. Pero pag dog kasi, mas gusto ko i-scale na lang siya.
Yes.
Yan, for the fractions. So, yun. O, di ba? May pictograph na agad tayo. Tapos, yun nga, as I mentioned earlier, a graph should have labels. So, which is X and Y. So, ito na yung label natin. So, text to lang to. Kakopy-paste ko na siya galing sa kodigo ko. Yan. So, 74% of pet owners na meron. And then, itong sa part na to, gusto ko maano siya eh. Parang, pwede ko na siyang i-command shift O or i-outline. Convert to outline. Object, outline.
Jem, can you zoom in a little bit para makita nila yung... Yan, okay.